Hello, I hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me this week. So, do you want to learn how to make an Arduino detect a secret knock so that you can have it do something? Maybe you're a Russian spy and you need a system to authenticate your cohorts. Or maybe you're a superhero and you want a secret knock to open up the entrance to your high-tech cavern. Whatever the reason, by the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to use the Arduino, a piezo transducer, and a couple other cheap components to make a secret knock detector. Here's an overview of exactly what we'll be talking about in this lesson. First, we're going to talk about the components you need and how to set up the simple circuit. Then we'll talk about the overarching steps that we'll be using to set up this secret knock detector. Then we'll walk through each block of code in the Arduino sketch. And finally, we'll talk about why North American grizzly bears love piezo transducers. So to set up this circuit, all you're going to need is an Arduino board. I'm using an Arduino Uno. You'll need a solderless breadboard, a 1 mega ohm resistor, a piezo transducer, 4 jumper wires, and then one of those little plastic no spill stoppers for a to-go coffee cup. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up this simple circuit. First, take the piezo transducer and place it on the breadboard with the positive lead and the negative lead on separate rails. Then you'll want to connect the positive lead of the piezo transducer to pin A0 on the Arduino. And then you'll want to connect the other lead to ground, and it doesn't matter which ground you connect it to on the Arduino. Finally, you'll use the 1 mega ohm resistor to connect between the leads of the piezo transducer. As an additional level of protection, you might consider adding a 5.1 volt Zener diode between the leads to protect against high voltage spikes that might potentially fry the input pin. You could kind of call it a cheap insurance policy. And that's pretty much it. So here's the basic concept of how we're going to make this work. So we want something to happen when we tap out a secret code. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a sequence of soft or gentle taps and hard taps. And this is going to be our secret code. So it might be something like soft tap, hard tap, or hard tap, soft tap. You get the idea. So someone comes up and they tap that piezo transducer, and they're either going to tap it lightly or they'll tap it hard. And what the piezo transducer is going to do is it will convert that mechanical energy from the finger tapping into an electrical signal. And then we're going to read that electrical signal with the Arduino input pin. So what the code on the Arduino will do will be to compare the sequence of taps that person taps to the secret code that we've already put in. If the code is entered correctly, then we'll have the Arduino do something specific. In our case, we'll have it turn on an LED for a couple seconds. But in your case, you could have it do whatever you want. And if the code is entered incorrectly, then the person is out of luck. Nothing will happen. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this sketch and see exactly how we're going to make this happen. So here we are in the Arduino IDE. And I've got a sketch open, and what we'll do is walk through this sketch kind of code block by code block. So the first code block we come to, we've got a bunch of variables that are being declared and initialized. So let's kind of take a look at each one, talk briefly about what they'll be doing. The first variable we come to is the output pin. This is the pin that you'll designate to do something when the secret code has been correctly entered. So for us, I'm going to have an LED turn on. Maybe you'll have a servo actuate, or you'll have a buzzer sound or something like that. Whatever it is, this is the pin where that action will actually happen. The next pin is simply where we've got our piezo transducer connected. The next two variables, threshold high and threshold low, are what define the input that is required for a hard tap and the input required for a softer tap. So I just kind of tested around and played around with these. It's really going to depend on your setup, what you have the piezo buzzer transducer attached to. I've just got mine taped to a piece of paper, so play around with these numbers. So the next couple variables deal with the actual secret knock itself. The first one is an integer. It's secret knock length, and I have it set to equal 4. And this is simply the number of knocks that are in your secret knock code. So here I've got it set as 4. Now, we're actually going to store the secret knock sequence itself in an array called secret knock, and we're specifying the size of that array with the secret knock length. Now, a 0 in the array represents a soft tap, and a 1 represents a hard tap. So here, my secret code is soft tap, hard tap, soft tap. That's pretty simple. The final variable that deals with the secret knock code is the secret counter. So basically, this is how it's going to work. Somebody will tap that piezo transducer, and our code is going to say, okay, it was a soft one, or it's a high one, or a hard one. It's going to check whether or not that low or high tap was the correct tap for that point in the sequence. If it is, it's going to iterate, it's going to add 1 to the secret counter variable. And then we're going to use that secret counter variable to walk through or to index that array. And if we get all the way to the end of the array, then we have a success, and we'll go ahead and do whatever it is we want the Arduino to do when somebody enters that secret code. And if it's not, what we'll do is we'll reset the secret counter back to 0, and the person's got to start all over. And this will become a little more clear as we jump in to the loop. The final variable we've got is the sensor reading, and this variable simply holds the value that the analog pin on the Arduino reads from the piezo transducer. And that's it for that first block of code. The next block of code is the setup function, and here we're really not doing too much. We set the mode of the output pin as an output because we want it to source voltage, turn on an LED. And then we also begin serial communications with the begin function from the serial library. You'll be using serial communication as you kind of debug the program and figure out what thresholds work best for you. And that's it for the setup block of code. So let's go ahead and move on to the loop. Now, before we jump into the loop, let's talk again about the things that we needed to do. So we know we're going to have to read the value coming off the piezo buzzer. That's kind of a given. And then we know we're going to have to look at that value and determine whether it's a high knock, like a hard knock, or if it's a soft knock. So we have to make that differentiation. And then once we determine whether it's a high knock or a soft knock, furthermore, we're going to have to check, well, if it is a hard knock, is a hard knock what we're actually looking for? Is it part of the sequence of the secret knock? And if we get a soft knock, we have to ask the same question. We have to ask, well, where are we in the sequence? And is a soft knock actually what we're looking for? What we're also going to have to do is when we get to the end of the sequence and somebody has entered it all correctly, we have to determine that success behavior. So what is it we want to do now? We have to implement that. So keep those things in mind as we walk through the loop. So now let's look at the lines of code in the loop. So the first line is where we are actually doing the reading of the sensor value, and we're assigning that value to the sensor reading variable. The next block of code is where we're determining, is it a hard knock? Are we detecting a hard knock? And that's a big if statement right there. Bunch of code inside that gets executed. But before we go into detail, like what actually happens if it is a high knock, let's look at the else if statement. The else if statement is checking to see, does it meet the low threshold knock? And then there's stuff that happens. So those are the two big pieces of the puzzle here. We're checking, is it a high knock or is it a low knock? That is it a hard or a gentle knock? So once we've characterized the knock as either a hard knock or a gentle knock, then we need to take a closer look and ask, well, is that the knock that we expected for the secret code at this point in the sequence? And to do that, what we use is another if-else statement. And what we're going to be doing is taking the array, the secret knock array, and we're going to increment through it using the secret counter. Now, if the current knock, the knock that somebody just made, if it is equal to the current element in the array, that is, if the secret code array is a soft knock and the knock that the person does is a soft knock, if that happens, then what we do is we increment secret counter. Then the next time we get a knock, we'll be comparing the next sequence in the knock with that current incoming knock. I know lots of knocks here. It sounds kind of crazy. And it's a little weird to wrap your head around. But just think about that array. We've got the array, we've got the elements in the secret knock. And every time somebody knocks, we are going to get either a high knock or a low knock. And then once we've determined it's high, then we're going to come in, we're going to look at that array, we're going to look at the current knock, and we're going to compare them. If the two are equal, that means they entered the knock correctly, then we're going to continue down the array. We're going to index that secret counter variable. But if it's the incorrect knock, then we're going to take the secret counter variable back to 0, and we're going to start the sequence of the knock over again. So that's what we do in both cases for these if statements, for these overarching if statements. So if it's high, if it's a hard knock, we check, hey, was it supposed to be a hard knock? If it is, then increment. If it's not, return it back to 0. If it was a low knock, we do the same thing. We say, hey, was it supposed to be a low knock? If it was, increment the secret counter variable. Otherwise, reset the secret counter variable. That's really all there is to those big if-else and nested if-else statements there. Finally, we have our success behavior. And the way we increment our success behavior is if the secret counter variable, that incrementing variable that's walking through the array, if that ends up being the length of the secret knock length. So if we go through all the elements in the array, we know, hey, somebody has correctly inputted the knocks. And then we have the behavior happen. In this case, all I'm doing is printing something silly to the serial monitor, and then I turn an LED on the Arduino board and then turn it off. And then I reset the secret counter, and that way the next person can input the secret knock. And that's pretty much it. It's really not too complicated once you break it up into blocks of code and assign specific things that each block needs to do. So let's do a quick review of what we've talked about in this lesson. First thing we talked about was how to actually set up this secret knock detector circuit using a piezo transducer and an Arduino. Then we talked about kind of the overarching algorithm, if you have it, of what we were going to do in order to detect this knock. Finally, we took a look at the code and we looked at how each of the blocks of code implemented that algorithm that we'd previously talked about. Well, hey, that's it for this week. I hope you found this lesson helpful. Hope you're able to implement something you learned. If you like these kind of tutorials, I highly recommend you check out our website and sign up for our free 12-part Arduino course. And we also have a premium course that really takes you through the whole gamut of learning about coding and electronics with Arduino. And also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll get regular updates about videos we post. We try to do these on a weekly basis. Again, thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day. Bye.